Hello, RFL. This is your Commissioner Seneca Contamoulis coming to you from the new RFL Commissioner offices in Deer Run, Midlothian, Virginia. Yes, the offices for the first time in years are not located in or around Richmond, but are now centered in the heart of Midlothian, where many of us grew up and became the men we are today. The reason I am calling you all together here today for this announcement is because it has come time for me to make the decision on the decision, if you will. First, let me thank Phil Keck and his commission committee, Timmy Selden, Kevin Bush, Ian Anderson, Phil, and a fifth member whose name escapes me currently. Thank you all for the time and efforts y'all put into in Ian Anderson in deciding on the punishment that you all have brought forth to myself. Once again, like I said in the beginning, that was just a suggestion. Something that I appreciate the committee doing, as it is a separate entity from the Commissioner's office, and something that I hope to continue to use throughout the RFL's lifespan. That said, like I said, it is also just a suggestion, something that's not written in stone, and something that I must take into account when I make my decision. That said, after speaking to the commission, to Mr. Dr. Phil Keck, getting his input, after speaking to the other parties involved, namely Grant and Knopfsinger from the Bomb Squad G-Unit, I have finally come to my decision on the penalty that will be brought against the Bomb Squad during the season and beyond. Let me first by saying that there's been so much drama over the last few weeks in the RFL, more than normal probably, even though we do have a pretty drama-filled league. My phone's been blowing up, my email's been blowing up, I'm getting text messages left and right about a multitude of topics. And once again, I implore everyone, if you do have something you want to discuss, and more specifically discuss about upcoming rule changes, please post that on the spring meetings board. Alright, so without further ado, I'm going to try to make this pretty simple. I've taken, like I said, I've taken the input from the committee. I've looked, talked to other owners throughout the league. I've, thought about it. I know it's just fantasy, but I have thought about this a lot as far as the penalty that would be going against Grant. As far as the committee's recommendation, I'm not one to mess with people's money. Okay, so I don't think it necessarily is fair to take away Grant's winnings and his possible winnings throughout the rest of the season. I just have an issue taking away $60, $70, $80 from somebody. Okay, especially because he didn't even start the players. It's almost like a punishment since he had to continue with the trade, even though the trade was really only going to help him for that 1 week. So in that sense, I'm not going to be able to just take away the money from Grant because of his discretion. Now, I'm also very surprised that the committee came to that conclusion. I'm just very surprised that 5 men in this league thought that taking away half his earnings or all of his earnings would be a good idea. I understand that it was a very big mistake Grant made. I just don't think that that penalty fits the crime. So my decision then is that I'm going to do almost kind of like a combination of both the committee's recommendation and Grant's recommendation for his own penalty. And let me just say, Grant has been very easy to work with on this. I spoke with him a few times about it. He is very sorry about what happened. He has apologized for me profusely. So with that being said, I'm going to instate the penalty that goes along a lot of what Grant suggested, where he's going to donate $20 to my Movember fund. As you can see, the Mo is looking real nice right now. So I implore everyone to put some money towards my my charity. The money will be divided up amongst other cancer organizations, namely Livestrong. So I have a page, as does my brother, if you guys want to donate money. So Grant, the part of the penalty will be that he will have to donate $20 to the Movember fund. And the other part of the penalty will be that he will be on probation for this rest of the season and next year. Now, if we deem that he does something wrong within this season or next season, then the penalty will be a loss of a draft pick. Now, That said, it has to be something that warrants the loss of a draft pick. Okay, if he does something very small and minor, I'm not going to take the draft pick away from him. But because he's on probation, there will be another penalty, and that will be circumstantial, depending on what he does. If he does, which I hope he won't. I'm pretty sure that without LM Powers, we won't really come across another issue with him or with anybody else, for that matter. So there it is, folks. That's the decision. That's the penalty. He's going to have to donate $20 of his winning to my Movember fund, and he'll be on probation from 2011, the rest of this season, into next season, and all of next season. Once again, I would really like to thank the committee for taking the time and the energy to discuss this. I know that talking to committee members that there was a lot of thought and a lot of discussion that went into this, and I do really appreciate that. And like I said, I do enjoy having this committee because it's kind of like a separate hand or a separate arm of the RFL Commissioner's Office, to police the Commissioner's Office. Though I do believe that it really can't do this either, but what is policing the committee? That could be another issue. Though I do think we do have some outstanding individuals on the committee, though I also believe they probably did have a bone to pick or two with Grant. So with that said, I hope to see many of you guys out the rest of the football season. I believe I have predictions coming up, so look for that. And Jets, Jets. And this Friday, folks, we raising the banner up in the Seagull Center. What up, niggas? We raising it up. We raising it up. Bam! What's up, sons? That's right. I'm about to cop some season tickets today, so I will be at Friday. I'll be there Friday when they raise the banner. So see you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of the season, and Senny All-Star's going to win it all this year. Later on, guys.